Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? You come out tonight, come out tonight. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight and dance by the light of the moon? As I was walking down the street, down the street, down the street, a pretty gal I chanced to meet, and we danced by the light of the moon.
So, Mary, we should have...
And now, it's time for WGN Radio Theater's Holiday Spectacular. 18 stories above the banks of the Chicago River, you're about to embark on an amazing adventure starring Bill Leff, Steve Cochran, Wendy Snyder, Ro Khan, Rick Cogan, the magnificent Miles Kaufman, and a cast of dozens. The great Carl Amari directs this heartwarming tale, embellished by Bill Leff. Today's broadcast is brought to you by American Sale and Shepherd's College. Throughout today's presentation, you'll be treated to the delightful sounds of the Alan Gressick Trio. See Alan Gressick and his Swing Shift Orchestra every Thursday night live at the Green Mill in Uptown. Our engineers are Bill Malone and Brett Jackson. I'm Rick Pearson. Buckle up, pour some eggnog, and turn up Colonel McCormick's wireless machine as WGN Radio Theater presents It's a Wonderful Life.
I owe everything to George Bailey. Help him, dear Father.
Joseph, Jesus, and Mary, help my friend, Mr. Bailey.
George Bailey needs your guidance, Lord.
Please, you gotta watch over him.
God, if you can hear my voice tonight, I need a favor. I need the Bears to destroy the Green Bay Packers on Sunday. Oh, yeah, and I need them to not just beat the Packers, but I need them to cover the 6-point spread.
This is the story of George Bailey, an ordinary man who lives in Bedford Falls, New York. But George Bailey, more than anything, wanted to see the world, the exciting world that lay somewhere beyond his hometown. However, our story doesn't begin in Bedford Falls. In fact, it doesn't begin anywhere in this world. It begins in heaven, where the superintendent of angels is briefing an apprentice angel named Clarence.
Clarence Oddbody, angel, second class, reporting for duty, Your Honor. Now what? Are you really sending me down to Earth?
Yes, I am, Clarence. You see, there's a man in trouble down there. At precisely 10:45 p.m., Earth time, a man named George Bailey will be thinking about ending his life.
Oh, my. You want me to stop him? Well, then, maybe I could finally earn my wings. I've only been waiting 200 years.
Listen, Clarence, you must stop him, if you can. Now, let me brief you about George Bailey's case history. You see, when George was a boy...
Oh, that's okay, Your Honor. All I need is a plan. You see, Your Honor, I'm reading The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Tom Sawyer always has a plan.
I see, George. Okay, I see. Well, if you can help George Bailey with your plan, Clarence, you just may get your wings.
Oh, yes! Thank you for your confidence in me, boss.
Now, when George Bailey was a boy... his little brother fell through the ice.
And George jumped in to save him?
Yes, but as a result, George has a bad ear.
Oh, sure. The icy water, infection.
A few months later, young George was working after school at Manfredini's hardware store. But on this day, Mr. Manfredini was in a particularly sour mood and trying to drown his sorrows in red wine vinegar.
George, did you make that delivery?
Well, no, Mr. Manfredini.
You needed to make that delivery right away. The Garrisons are remodeling their breakfast nook. You lost it, didn't you?
No, Mr. Manfredini.
Here
it is.
Why, you...
Ow, Mr. Manfredini, my ear.
You good-for-nothing... lazy loafer.
Ow, you're hurting my sore ear. No, Mr. Manfredini. You put something wrong in that order.
Shut up, you little...
Look, I know you're sad, but you put something bad in their order. They wanted 3/8 inch 14-gauge finishing nails, and you gave them 1/2 inch 16-gauge wood screws.
Oh my God! What have I done? It would have completely derailed their project.
Don't hurt my sore ear again, please.
Oh, George!
That's why I didn't deliver it. I won't ever tell a soul, Mr. Manfredini. I won't tell anyone. Hope to die.
It was such an astonishing achievement that young George Bailey became the very first Kid of the Week. Now, after that, George grew up and went to college, but there just wasn't enough money. So he worked 4 years at the Bailey Building and Loan Association.
Building and loan?
Yeah, building and loan. George's father was in the building and loan business. See, he and George's Uncle Billy, but it was a case of high ideals and low bank accounts, if you know what I mean.
Those two always seem to go together.
George worked for his father and saved enough to pay for college. But first, he was going to summer in Europe, working his way across a cattle boat.
Well, it's hard to believe that this is my last night in the old Bailey boarding house.
Oh, we'll miss you, George.
Oh, I'm going to miss you too, Ma. You too there, Pop. But hey, what's the matter? You look kind of tired.
I had another run-in with Mr. Potter today.
Oh, that old money-grubbing buzzard. I thought when you put him in charge of the board of directors, he'd ease up a little. I don't understand somebody like Mr. Potter.
Potter owns about everything he wants in this town. Everything except the Bailey Building and Loan. Maybe that's why he hates us.
Hey, George, can I borrow your cufflinks for tonight's dance?
Oh, sure. Help yourself there, Harry.
Right. Hey, where are they? Here? In your suitcase? Say, where'd you get that beat-up old suitcase anyway, George?
At the Emporium, Harry. Mr. Manfredini bought it for George.
A going-away present? Yeah, I'm going far away. You see, one of these days, that bag will be plastered with travel stickers. You know, Rome, Baghdad, Ireland, wherever Steve Bertrand travel takes me.
I guess you're going to have a pretty full summer, George.
Oh, I'm going to have a pretty full life.
Well, then why don't you come to the dance tonight?
Oh, no, I'd be bored to death.
Oh, but what a wonderful death. All right, well, I got to go.
Was I like that when I graduated from high school?
Pretty much. I sure wish we could send Harry to college with you, George.
Yeah, but Harry can take over my job at the Building and Loan. He worked 4 years like I did, and then he'll go.
He's pretty young for that job. Maybe you were just born old, George.
How's that there, Pop? My trick ear.
I said you were born old. George, when you get out of college, you wouldn't come back to the Building and Loan, would you?
Oh, no, Pop. Now, I just couldn't face being cooped up for the rest of my life in a shabby little office with all those,
I see.
I'm sorry there, Pop. I didn't mean that. It's just, well, staying here, I'd go crazy is all. You see, I want to do something big, something important.
But in a small way, we are doing something important, George. In that shabby little office, we help people buy their own homes.
Oh, no, I know, Pop. I know, but I'd feel I didn't get away. I'd just bust.
I guess you're right. Get that education, then do what you want, son.
Pop, you're ready for a shock? I think you're a pretty great guy.
Well, thanks, George. Look, why don't you go over to Harry's dance? You'll have fun.
Well, I guess I could drop in. Maybe I will at that. I'll see you later there, Pop.
You're listening to the WGN Radio Theater production of It's a Wonderful Life, featuring the sensational sounds of Alan Gressick and the Swing Shift Orchestra. Visit alangressickmusic.com. Our story will continue, brought to you by American Sail and Shepherd's College, right after these messages.
Mr. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight. Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? Dance by the light of the moon.
Merry Christmas from Chicago, where WGN Giddy with good feeling and holiday cheer.
From our downtown studios, you are listening to a very special live performance of It's a Wonderful Life on WGN Radio.
We're now listening to the voice of Chicago.
A happy Christmas to you all.
Sponsored by American Sale, where for over 50 years, customers are family. And by Shepherd's College, finding hope, fulfilling dreams. We'll be right back after this short break.
It's time for the WGN Radio Theater production of It's a Wonderful Life, presented by the Illinois Lottery. Anything's possible.
So George went to a dance?
Yes, he did, and at that dance, he fell in the pool with Mary Hatch. Later, he was walking her home. They were feeling pretty good, Clarence. As a matter of fact, they were.
Buffalo gals, won't you come out tonight? Come out tonight. Come out tonight.
Buffalo gals, can't you come out tonight? And dance by the light of the moon. Hot dog, eh, Mary?
We sound beautiful, George.
Oh, sure. Hey, you know something, Mary? I'd almost say you were the prettiest girl in town. You look wonderful.
Well, why don't you say it?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe I will. Hey, how old are you anyway?
18.
18. Seems only last year you're just 17. Hey, look where we are.
It's the old Granville house.
Yeah, I know. I got to throw a rock.
Oh, no, George, come on. Even though it's deserted, I love this old place.
Now, with deserted houses, you make a wish, and then you try to bust a window.
But it's such a lovely old house. I want to live there someday.
Oh, in there? Oh, I wouldn't live in there if I were a ghost. Now, watch this, Mary. How about that, huh? Pretty good shot, eh? I broke the window.
What'd you wish for, George?
Wish? Oh, I don't know. Not just one wish, Mary. A whole hat full of them. You see, I'm leaving this crummy little town. I want to see the world. Italy, Greece, the Parthenon. And that's just this summer. Then I'm coming back. I'm going to college to see what they know, of course.
Of course.
And then I'm going to build things. I'm going to build airfields and bridges a mile long. And then I'm going to... Oh, come on, Mary. What is it that you want? You want the moon, Mary? All you got to do is just say the word and I'll...
Okay, the moon. I'll take it. Then what?
Then what? Well, then you swallow it. And it dissolves and moonbeams shoot out of your fingers. And then, you think I'm talking too much?
Yeah, I do. Why don't you just kiss her?
Who said that? Say what?
I said, why don't you just kiss her? What's wrong with men today? What are they afraid of to show such little emotion? An inkling of affection? Has the centuries-old art of pitching woo finally fallen by the proverbial wayside? How will this godforsaken planet ever repopulate itself with a corps of bubblegum-blowing namby-pambies at its helm? And that's my perspective. I'm Walter Jacobs' grandfather.
Well, hey, you just wait a minute there. Hey, you come back here and I'll show you some kissing.
George!
Uncle Billy, look, I'm going to kiss Mary,
George,
and you can watch.
Get in the car, George. It's your father. He's had a stroke.
How's that? What? My father?
Come on, George, get in, hurry.
Well, George's father died that night, Clarence. And that fall, just as he was ready to leave for college, the directors of the building and loan had a meeting.
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Potter. Now that Peter Bailey is dead, I move that we dissolve the building and loan and turn its assets and liabilities over to a receiver.
Wait a minute. No.
Peter Bailey was not a businessman. Ideals without common sense can ruin this town. And what's that get us? A discontented, lazy rabble instead of a thrifty working class. Now, who'll second my motion to dissolve?
No.
Hey, Hey, you hold on there now, Mr. Potter.
Well, I meant no disrespect, George, but your father...
Oh, no, you wait a minute. Why my father ever started this penny ante building and loan, I'll never know. But you remember this, Mr. Potter, this rabble that you're talking about, well, they do most of the working and the paying and the living and the dying in this community.
So?
Well, is it too much to have them work and pay and live and die in a couple of decent rooms with a bath? Anyway, my father didn't think so. People were human beings to him, but to you, a warped, frustrated old man, why, they're cattle. In my book, Mr. Potter, my father died a richer man than you'll ever be.
Well, I'm not interested in your book, George. I'm talking about the building and loan.
No. You're talking about something that you can't get your greedy hands on. And you know what? It's galling you. That's what you're talking about. Well, this town needs this measly one-horse institution. If only to have some place where people can borrow a few dollars without crawling to you, Mr. Potter. Come on, Uncle Billy.
Yeah. Wait.
Oh, you won't believe it, boy, oh boy. You should have heard George.
You won't believe it? Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Right now they're in there and they're voting us out of business.
Well, who cares? Will you get out of here, George? Oh, you missed your boat trip. You want to miss college, too?
George, they just voted Potter down.
Whoopee, we're still in business.
But there's one condition. George, they've appointed you. Take your father's place.
Wait a minute. They've appointed me. Well, I'm leaving for college, and I'm going now. No. Uncle Bill is your man.
George, you've got to take it. They'll vote with Potter otherwise. They said so. Without you,
So George Bailey didn't make it to college, boss?
No, he didn't, Clarence. George gave his college money to his brother, Harry. Harry went instead.
But wait a minute. What about the girl? The girl, Mary?
Oh, yes, George saw her now and then. But Mary also went away to college. And George worked for 4 more years at the building and loan, waiting for Harry to finish school, come back, and take over. George still hoped to see the world, though he planned to work in the oil fields of Venezuela, except when Harry came back, he brought a girl with him. And a wife.
So, George, how do you like your new sister-in-law?
Ruth? Yeah. Well, she's swell. You know, that Harry's got all the luck.
She'll keep him on his toes.
Yeah, well, she'll keep him out of Bedford Falls anyway.
Now. Ruth's father has a good job for Harry, up in Buffalo.
Yeah, Buffalo. Yeah. And that means?
Oh, then you can't... I'm sorry, George.
Yeah.
Well, did you know Mary Hatch is back from college, too? Nice girl, that Mary.
I suppose.
Oh, stop this moping, George Bailey. It's not like you.
Yeah, well, what do you want me to do there, Mother?
Give me one reason why you shouldn't go see Mary.
Well, how about Sam Wainwright, for one? Sam's crazy about Mary.
Well, she's not crazy about him. Mary's got her eye on you, George. Besides, Sam Wainwright is in New York.
Oh, all right. Okay, Mother. Trying to get rid of me, are you? Well, I think I'll just go find a girl and I'll do some passionate necking.
Oh, George.
You're listening to the WGN Radio Theater production of It's a Wonderful Life, featuring the sensational sounds of Alan Gressick and the Swing Shift Orchestra. Visit alangressickmusic.com. Our story will continue, brought to you by Shepherd's College and American Sail, right after these messages.
All of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips, I wanna lose them. Or take my
You're listening to WGN Radio Theater's Holiday Spectacular, It's a Wonderful Life.
Well, good night there, Mrs. Bailey. Say, by the way, do you need any books from the library?
Library? George, you go and see Mary. Do you hear? George, what are you doing out there?
What? Oh, me, yeah. Well, I was just passing by.
Yes, several times. I wondered if you were picketing or haunting me.
Oh, no, why would that be?
Well, your mother phoned saying you were coming over.
My mother? Yeah, she phoned, did she? Yeah. Well, I just happened to be passing by, that's all.
Are you coming in or aren't you?
Well, yeah, all right. If you insist, I'll come in for a minute.
So it's nice about Harry and his new wife, isn't it?
Yeah, Ruth, yeah, it's okay.
What's the matter? You don't like her?
Oh, of course I do. That Ruth is a peach.
It's just marriage in general you're down on, huh?
No. Marriage is all right. For some people, I mean, it's fine for Harry, for Sam Wainwright, and for you.
For Sam?
Mary, who's down there?
It's George Bailey, Mother.
George Bailey? Ugh. What's he want?
I don't know. What do you want, George?
Oh, me? Nothing. Not a thing.
He's making violent love to me, Mother.
He is? You tell him to go right back home. Sam Wainwright is saying he will call tonight from New York.
I guess so, Mother. So, George, how about a little music here?
You know, your mother shouldn't, that. No, I didn't come over here just to...
Well, what did you come here for, George?
Well, I don't know. You're supposed to be the girl with all the answers. Why don't you tell me?
Why don't you just go home?
Okay, then, I will go home.
Mary, the telephone!
I don't know why I even came here.
Mary!
Good night.
Good night.
Mary, maybe it's Sam. Answer it.
All right. I'll get it, Mother. Oh. George, on your way out, could you turn off the phonograph?
Well, sure, I'd be glad to. Oh, this stupid song.
Hello, Hatch residents. Sam?
Hey, Mary! It's good to hear your voice.
Oh, Sam, how nice of you to call. You know, Sam, an old friend of yours is here, George Bailey.
What? Old Mossback George? In person?
Yep, old Mossback George.
Hee-haw! Well, put old George on. I want to say hi.
Wait a minute, Sam. George!
Mary, you idiot! Sam doesn't want to talk to George!
He does, too. He even asked for George.
What is it, Mary? You see, I'm in a hurry. I gotta go.
Wait, it's Sam Wainwright. He wants to talk to you.
Oh, he does he? Well, hi, Sam.
Some pal you are. What, are you trying to steal my girl?
Steal your... Hey, nobody's trying to steal anybody's girl. Mary, here's Sam again.
No, wait a minute, George, wait. I want to speak to both of you. Put Mary on the extension upstairs.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, he says he wants to talk to you on the extension upstairs.
I can't. Mother's on that extension.
I am not!
George, just put your head a little closer. Maybe we can both hear. Sam, we're both on the line.
Good. Now, I have a plan that's going to make us all rich. George, you remember that one time at Martini's Tavern you told me about making plastics out of chili beans? Soybeans, right?
Yeah, soybeans, okay.
All right, well, my father's investing in it, George. We're going to open a factory. We might even have a job for you. That is, if you're not still married to that broken-down old building in Loam.
Yeah, we'll have to see about that, Sam.
Oh, Mary, tell George this is the chance of a lifetime, you hear?
He says it's the chance of a lifetime.
Oh, give me that phone.
George!
Yeah, now you listen to me there, Mary. I don't want any plastics. I don't want any job. I don't want to get married either, ever. To anyone, you understand me?
George!
I want to do what I want to do. You're not going to trick me in any of...
George!
Oh, Mary. Oh,
I know.
And so, Clarence, George and Mary were married that October, and the two headed off for their honeymoon in Ernie Bishop's taxicab.
So, where you two heading out to on this deluxe honeymoon of yours?
Oh, we're shooting the works, Ernie. It's going to be the highest hotel, and the richest caviar, the hottest music, and of course, the prettiest wife.
You're finally getting out of old Bedford Falls, huh? Then what?
Oh, gee, I don't know. Then what, dear?
The moon. Who cares?
Hey, George. There's something going on at the bank I think a run looks like.
What? What'd you say there? Hey, pull over there, Ernie.
Oh, George, no. Let's not stop, please. Ernie, just go straight to the train station. George, don't.
No, wait a minute there, honey. I gotta see what this is. I'll be back in a second.
No, George, please, George, don't go.
We'll return to WGN's Radio Theater presentation of It's a Wonderful Life in just a moment.
Chicago, that toddling town. Chicago, I'll show you around. Bet your bottom dollar you lose the blues in Chicago, the town that Billy Sunday can't shut down.
And now, Act 2 of the WGN Radio Theater presentation of It's a Wonderful Life. In heaven, the superintendent of angels is still reviewing George Bailey's case history. Clarence, an apprentice angel, is eager to depart for his mission to Earth.
Yeah, I don't think so. Goodness, boss, I've heard enough background. If George Bailey's contemplating suicide, I'd better head down to Earth right away.
Hold it, Clarence, hold it. We're not anywhere near the point where George Bailey is thinking of taking his life. Now, where were we?
George and Mary were heading out to the town in their honeymoon when they ran into a bank run, I mean.
Yeah, got it. Okay, thanks. It was the financial panic of 1932. You see, bank troubles were very prevalent back then.
Whoa, what's going on there, boss?
We're in the lobby of the building and loan, where dozens of worried shareholders are clamoring for their savings. Meanwhile, George found Uncle Billy in his office.
Yeah, well, I want my money.
George, it's a bank panic, George. The bank had a run. They need cash, so they demanded we pay it all off immediately. I handed over all our cash. I had to.
Wait a minute. You handed over all the cash, but that means...
Oh, the whole town's gone nuts, George. Now we're in the same pickle as the bank.
But our chapter required that we must stay open till 6 p.m., and if we don't, it states that they can take our license away.
Open till 6 without any money?
Come on, let's see that crowd out there, huh?
Where is it? Open this thing.
Okay. Now hold on now. Please. Now, please, everybody, I don't want you to panic.
Yeah, we want our money.
Where's the money?
Where is it?
Come on, everybody. Wait, just a minute now. Listen here, come on. Now, you got it all wrong. Your money isn't here. Just a minute, let me explain. Your money's not here. It's not in the safe. No. The money you've invested in this building and loan was put into people's houses. Why, it's in Ernie's house, and it's in your house. It's in 100 other houses. You want me to foreclose on them? You want me to throw them out of their homes?
Wait, well, I want my money.
money. Give me my money.
I've got $242 in shares here. Close my account. I want my money now.
Okay, Charlie, wait. Okay, now sign this form and you're going to get your money in 60 days.
60 days? What do you mean 60 days?
Well, that's what everyone agreed upon when you bought your shares.
Ha! I got my money.
Hey!
Yeah, we want it now. We want our money now.
I need money.
Old man Potter's taking over the bank. He'll pay you 50 cents on the dollar for your share.
Yeah, let's do that.
Come on, let's take our shares, Potter. Half is better than nothing.
All right, wait, hey, come on, please, folks, don't do this. Please stop.
Yeah, come on, let's get out of here.
All right, listen now. If Potter gets a hold of the building and loan, there won't be a decent house built in this town ever again. Can't you see? He's taken over the bank. He's already got the bus lines, the department store. Now he's after us. He wants to keep you living in his shacks and paying the rent that he decides.
Yeah, that Potter, he's terrible.
That's a lot of fine talk, George, but I've got doctor bills to pay.
My husband got laid off. We can't feed our kids on faith.
Yeah,
that's right. We need our money.
Do that. Give it.
Can I say something here?
Yeah, sure, mister. Go right ahead.
I know the timing might seem a little odd, but this is actually a great opportunity to think about purchasing a new home or refinancing your existing home or shack. Give Team Warren G. Hochberg a call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I don't have a website yet because they haven't been invented, and we can't help if you don't call Team Warren G. Hochberg now at 312-751-1333. The G stands for Gee Whiz. I just saved a whole lot of money. Remember, this is a long time ago, so my NMLS number is 4.
George, darling.
Oh, hey there, Mary.
How much do they need? We've still got some money. The honeymoon money.
Yeah. Hey, wait, folks. I got $2,000 right here. Okay. So we've got some cash here. All right, Charlie. How much do you need?
$242.
Oh, come on, Charlie. How about just enough to tide you over?
I want my $242.
Okay. Hey, Uncle Billy, give Charlie here $242. All right. Mrs. Davis now. Go ahead.
$17 then.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. Who's next?
I'm Ray, and I quit smoking with Chantix.
Oh, well, congratulations.
I didn't think anything was going to work for me until I tried Chantix.
I'm proud of you there, Ray. Smoking can be a very tough habit, no question.
I tried cold turkey.
Yeah,
I
we
tried
get it,
the
Ray.
patch.
You don't smoke
They
anymore.
didn't work
Good for
me.
you. Who's next now? Let's try to spread it out. Spread it out.
Oh, look at the clock, George. Look.
Oh, I'm looking, Uncle Billy. I'm looking. 5 seconds. 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1.
6 o'clock. Wow, we made it.
We did. Lock the door. Lock that door. Still in business, Uncle Billy, even if we've only got $2 left.
George, telephone.
Okay, Tilly. Oh, by the way, hey, call my wife, will you? I forgot all about it.
Mrs. Bailey's on the line.
No. I don't want Mrs. Bailey. I want Mrs. Bailey. Wait. Mrs. Bailey. Oh, right. That's my wife. Give me the phone already, would you? Hello, is this Mrs. Bailey?
Yes, this is Mrs. Bailey.
Well, Mary, we survived. I'm sorry.
Now that you're done saving things, could you please come home?
Yeah, huh?
Come home.
Yeah, come home. What home?
Our home.
What?
Our home, George, at 320 Sycamore.
Yeah, 320 Sycamore. Whose home is that?
It's our home.
Uh-huh.
Our home, saphead.
But Mary, how can we have a home?
Oh, right now.
Right now. Okay, sure, all right. Yeah, sure.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too, honey, and I'm coming home.
do you know where 320 Sycamore was?
His mother-in-law's house?
No. It was the old Granville house, where George and Mary threw rocks and made wishes. You see, her wish was to marry George and live in the Granville house. And that's where they honeymooned. That's where they set up house. And that's where they were still living 2 years later. And when Mr. Potter asked George to drop by his office...
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. I think he is. Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight.
WGN Radio's production of It's a Wonderful Life.
Once I built a...
Now, George, I suppose you're wondering why you're here.
Yeah, I have no idea why, Mr. Potter, but I'm sure you do.
Now, look, you're a young man, 26, 28, married, making, what, $40,000, $40 a week?
Yeah, 45.
Okay, 45. And if you were a common, ordinary yokel, I'd say you were doing well. However, you're an intelligent, resourceful, ambitious young man who hates his job.
Yeah.
Yes, you hate the building and loan almost as much as I do, George. You've been dying to get out of this town ever since you were born. You see your friends, your brother go places. Well, you're trapped here. Trapped into frittering away your life, playing nursemaid to a lot of garlic eaters. Is this a correct picture, George, or did I exaggerate?
Yeah. So what's your point there, Mr. Potter?
My point is I want to hire you, George.
Yeah, you wanna hire me to do what?
To manage my affairs, oversee my properties, and I can start you off at $20,000 a year.
$20,000 a year. You sure you're talking to me? I'm George Bailey. Remember the building and loan George Bailey?
Yes, the George Bailey whose ship has come in, providing he has the brains to climb aboard.
Yeah, but what about the building and loan?
Forget the building and loan. I'm offering you a 3-year contract at $20,000 a year. Do we have a deal or not?
No, I can't do it. If you offered me $1 million to stay in Bedford Falls to be your stooge, the answer would still be no. Now let me get out of here. I'm sorry I'm late, Mary.
Just knitting, George. So what did Mr. Potter want to see you about?
Oh, nothing really. Just talk, you know. But geez, why'd you marry a guy like me anyway?
Well, I didn't want to be an old maid.
But I was going to see the world. I was going to go places and build things. I was going to give you the moon, Mary, but instead, what have I given you, huh? Well, not much. Some husband I turn out to be. I feel terrible.
Me too. Mornings especially.
I mean, you could have married Sam Wainwright or anybody else.
But I didn't want anybody else. I wanted my baby to look like you.
You didn't even get a honeymoon, Mary. No fancy, no. You what?
My baby.
Baby? Wait, you mean? Do you mean you're on the nest?
Well, Clarence, Mary had her baby, a boy.
Oh, that's nice.
And then, hubba, had another one, a girl.
Well, Good for George.
But George slaved away at the building and loan, and old Potter, he made things tough for him. Then came the war. Mary has another baby, but still found time to run the USO. Uncle Billy and Mr. Manfredini sold war bonds. And George's brother Harry became a real honest-to-goodness hero. He shot down 15 enemy planes.
And George? What did George do in the war?
Well, George was 4F. Due to his bad ear, of course. He was an air raid warden. But on VE Day, he wept and prayed. And on VJ Day, he wept and prayed again.
Well, then we're just about up to today.
Yes, the only thing you don't know about George Bailey is what happened that has him down there at this moment, wanting to die.
Suicide? Well, what is it, boss?
All right. Today is the day before Christmas, and George is very excited.
Say, Tilly, did you see the newspaper? Let me read it to you. Commander Harry Bailey, decorated by President. My brother, the Medal of Honor.
Gosh, George. That's just swell.
Yeah, Commander Bailey downed 15 enemy planes. The last one, a kamikaze, just as it was about to dive into a troop transport. Aw, just think of it. Harry saved hundreds of lives.
George, the bank examiner's here.
Ah, the annual edit. Right. Well, good afternoon there,
Carter, bank examiner.
Say, Tilly, bring Mr. Carter here to the conference room and bring the books. And say, where's Uncle Billy?
He's depositing $8,000 at the bank.
Well, Mr. Potter. Oh, you here to personally guard your own money?
Look out, Bailey, you old fool. My wheelchair.
Oh, did you see the news? Harry Bailey gets Medal of Honor. What do those Bailey boys do next?
Huh?
Oh, sure.
See that newspaper.
Take a look. Oh, sorry, I can't chat anymore, you old thief. I gotta go make a deposit.
Next customer, please.
Oh, let's see. Here you are, bank book, deposit slip. Oh, and a Merry Christmas to you.
To you too, Mr. Bailey, but, haven't you forgotten something?
Oh, I forget things all the time.
So, Mr. Bailey, where's the money?
Whoa, what?
Well, it is customary to bring the money with you.
The money? Oh, the money! It's gone! Where's it gone? Where did I put the money?
Guard, wheel me out of here.
Take note, Clarence. Uncle Billy couldn't find the deposit money because the envelope with $8,000 was folded up in that newspaper he gave to Mr. Potter.
Wait, now the money was in the newspaper?
So that's why George and Uncle Billy were scouring the street.
Oh, I don't know what happened to it, George. I just don't know.
$8,000, and the bank examiner's here right now. That money belongs to the depositor.
Well, I traced every step I took.
Yeah, well, maybe you never put the envelope in your pocket in the first place.
Oh, maybe, but I don't know. No good. Oh, George, no good.
Now, where's that money, old fool? You know what this means, right? Bankruptcy, scandal, prison. Well, one of us is going to jail, Uncle Billy, and it's not going to be me. You keep looking, you hear? I'm going home.
Oh, George.
George, you haven't said a word since you came home. Was Zuzu sleeping?
No. She showed me some flower prize that she won at school. I touched it, and a few petals fell off, and she asked me to fix it, but does Janie have to keep playing that same song over and over again?
I gotta practice for the Christmas party, Daddy.
What is it, dear? A hectic day?
Oh, yeah. It's been a red-letter day for the Baileys.
Hey, Dad, the Browns got a brand new car. You should see it.
Yeah, well, what's the matter with our car? Is it not good enough for you?
Sorry, Dad. I only...
Run along now, Petey.
And why is Zuzu in bed so early anyway?
Oh, she caught a little cold. Coming home from school, didn't button up her coat. She didn't want to crush that prize flower.
Wait. What do you mean, a little cold?
It's okay, dear. The doctor said it was nothing serious.
The doctor came? Oh, it's this drafty old house. It's a wonder we don't all have pneumonia.
George!
Everything's wrong. Oh, why'd we have all these kids anyway?
Daddy, how do you spell frankincense?
Oh, I don't know. Ask your mother.
Hello? Oh, thank you, Mrs. Welch. Oh, she'll be all right.
Yeah, who is it, Mary?
It's Mrs. Welch, Zuzu's teacher. What? Well, the doctor says she should be out of bed and...
Mary, give me that phone.
George, please.
Yeah, is this Mrs. Welch? Yeah, well, this is Mr. Bailey. What kind of teacher are you anyway? You realize she could get pneumonia because of you?
George!
Yeah, silly, careless people like you sending kids home half naked. You know, maybe my kids aren't the best dressed kids. Yeah, hello? Janie, enough of the piano. Cut it out, would you? Just stop.
Oh, Daddy!
George, whatever is wrong with you? Must you torture the children, too?
Oh, I'm sorry there, Janie. I'm sorry, Mary.
George!
Oh, I gotta get out of here.
So, you're $8,000 short in your accounts, George. You say the money was lost. What if it was stolen? Maybe you should notify the police.
No, sir. You see, Harry's homecoming's tomorrow, and, well, the publicity...
So you've come to me for a loan. Why not your buddy Sam Wainwright?
Well, I tried to get a hold of Sam, but he's in Europe right now.
Steve Bertrand travel again?
Of course, yeah.
So you want a loan from me for $8,000? What do you have as collateral, George?
Well, I have some life insurance right here. It's a $15,000 policy.
$15,000? But what's your equity in it?
Oh, well, $500.
$500? And you want an emergency loan on Christmas for $8,000? George, you're worth more dead than alive.
Yeah, I guess I am.
Ha! You're pathetic, George Bailey. You once called me a warped, frustrated old man. Well, George Bailey, what are you but a warped, frustrated young man?
Look
at you now, crawling to me for help.
Yeah.
Ha! Go to the riffraff you love so much. Go beg them for help.
Please, Mr. Potter, I don't know what I'm going to do.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to swear out a warrant for your arrest. Now get out of here.
Clarence, I'll tell you something. I'd rather step on my lips than say anything bad about anyone, but that Henry Potter, the nerve of him. Why, he had George's $8,000 sitting in his desk drawer.
Oh, well, George, do something about it now, boss. Where is he?
Well, he's down at Martini's Tavern, and George has had a couple of drinks. He's dazed, just standing there.
Our Father, who art in heaven. Oh, God, I've never really been a praying man, but if you're listening, could you show me the way, please, Lord? I'm lost. Please, I'm lost.
Mr. Bailey, you all right? Mr. Martini, George here, he don't look so good.
Oh, you're right, Nick. Mr. Bailey, you were drinking it too much.
Bailey? Which Bailey are you talking about?
This is a Mr. Bailey. This is a Mr. George Bailey.
George Bailey? Why, you... Oh, Listen, Bailey. If you ever talk to my wife like that again, you're gonna get even worse. Ain't it enough to slave away? She teaches your stupid kids how to read and write. Then you gotta bawl her out on the phone?
Hey, you a beat it, Mr. Welcher. You punching my best friend. Out of here, go! Nick, throw him out.
Go on, Welch. Beat it!
All right, I'm going.
Oh, Mr. Bailey, how you doing?
Say, Martini, who was that anyway?
That was a Mr. Welcher. He no come here no more. Wait, Mr. Bailey. I got something for your face. Look, the blood.
No, that's all right.
Please, no, don't go, Mr. Bailey. Come on, stay.
No, go on. Just let me be. Just let me be alone. You hear?
Well, Clarence, George is now at the river. He's about to jump. Do you have your plan ready?
I don't know, boss.
Should get that checked. Well, if you can save George Bailey's life, you'll get your wings.
My wings! My wings! Oh, yeah, my wings. I won't let you down, boss. George Bailey, don't jump, George! Get away from that bridge! George, stop!
Joyful, all ye nations rise. Join the triumph of the skies. With angelic hosts proclaim, Christ is born in Bethlehem. Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn King. If it ain't got that swing. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. It don't mean a thing. All you gotta do is sing. Do-ah, 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 do-ah. Well, it makes no difference if it's sweet or hot. You just give that rhythm everything you got.
Now, the thrilling conclusion of the WGN Radio Theater presentation of It's a Wonderful Life. A troubled George Bailey stands on the Bedford Falls toll bridge, convinced that he's worth more dead than alive. Deep in despair, George stares at the freezing waters below, poised to end it all, when suddenly...
I'm drowning!
Oh my God. Hey, wait, mister. Here I come.
You two sure are lucky my toll booth is open tonight. Otherwise, you'd have froze to death. Jumping in the water like that? Are you warming up now? You guys all right?
Well, I'm okay. How about you, mister?
I'm fine. I'm fine. My underpants are a bit out of fashion, you may have noticed. I passed away in these.
You passed... What?
And Tom Sawyer's drying out a little bit, too.
Oh, no. My name's George.
No, my book. I still had Tom Sawyer there with me, but you know, there's a Tom Sawyer quality to you, George. Lots of ideas, wanderlust, you know.
So how'd you fall in the river?
Fall in? I didn't fall in. I jumped in. Jumped in to save you, George.
Wait. You jumped in to save me?
Well, it worked, right? You didn't go through with your plan, did you?
Go through with which plan?
You know, suicide.
Hey, you can't commit suicide around here. I think it's against the law.
Well, it is where I come from.
Where do you come from, mister?
Oh, heaven?
What?
Yeah, right.
George, you're bleeding. Your lip.
Yeah, that. Well, I got punched in answer to a prayer.
No, George. I'm the answer to your prayer. I was sent down from heaven to help you.
Oh, come on.
I'm Clarence Oddbody, AS2.
AS2?
Angel. Second class.
Angel? Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to see if any other angels have saved anybody today.
Hey, Clarence, now why save me?
Well, because killing yourself is a sin. Especially for $8,000. I know all about you, George Bailey, remember? Guardian angel.
Uh-huh. And you're just the kind of angel I'd get, too. Say, Angel, where are your wings, then?
Yeah, I'm an angel second class, George. I haven't won my wings yet, but you can help me earn them by letting me help you.
Yeah, help me? Okay. You couldn't help me with, say, $8,000 now, could you?
Oh, yeah, listen. We don't use money in heaven.
Oh, I see. Well, it sure comes in handy down here, bub. I just found out a little late, that's all. But since you know so much, did you know that I'm worth more dead than I am alive?
Oh, don't talk that way, George. I'll never get my wings if you keep that up. You just don't realize what you've done for people. I mean, if it hadn't been for you...
Yeah, if it hadn't been for me, they'd all be better off. My wife, my kids, my friends. Oh, I wish I'd never been born.
Oh, that's a good one, George.
Yeah, a good what?
The plan you just gave me reminds me of Tom Sawyer. Well, let me see here.
Hey, what the...
Okay, George, you got your wish. You were never born.
Never born, huh?
That's right. You have no worries. No missing $8,000 because you, my friend, don't exist.
Hey, wait. My ear. Say something in my bad ear.
You hear me all right? You don't have a bad ear. That's because you're not the George Bailey you used to be. Now you're you know what you are? You're nobody.
Yeah, well, you know what that is? That's nuts. But I can hear.
And your lip stopped bleeding.
Hey, yeah, it did. What's happening? I need a drink. Yeah, that's what I need. How about you, Angel? Do you want to join me for a drink?
A drink? Well, I'm on duty, you know.
Oh, come on, join me. I mean, when our clothes are dry, we can...
They are dry. They never got wet. Here, see?
Okay. So what do you say we dress and walk over to Martini's Tavern and have a... Oh, I'm sorry, no wings. Well, after a few drinks, we'll both be flying.
What'll it be, fellas?
Nick, is Martini still here?
You want a martini? Are you just a wise guy?
No. Just give me a double bourbon then.
And for you?
It's been a while. I just love... You know what I love? Mulled wine with a dollop of nutmeg and just a dash of cloves. Now, hop to it, my lively lad.
Mulled what?
Yeah, that's okay, Nick. Just give him the same as me.
The 2 double bourbons.
Yeah, why is Nick acting that way? I wonder what's going on here. The tavern's all changed.
Bedford Falls has changed, George. You got your wish. You were never born. It's a different world without you. Ah, good. At least somebody made it.
Made what, Clarence?
Here are your drinks.
Oh, the crowd tonight seems lively, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, I think you heard what I heard. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
What'd you say? Angel?
Angel? Second class.
Yeah, Clarence, you don't want to talk about angels in here.
Well, why's that? They don't believe in angels?
Yeah, well, sure they believe in them, but...
So they're surprised to actually see one.
Yeah, in a bar? Yeah.
All right, sorry, Nick. He just never grew up.
You ought to get that hand checked, bartender.
Object word.
Sure did grow up. Next September, I'm going to be 293.
That's it. 2 pixies, eh?
I'll bet you don't got no money on here either.
Well, of course not. We don't use money in heaven.
Well, this ain't heaven. That's enough. Get out of my bar. Out you two pixies go. Through the door or out the window.
Wait. Your bar? Where's Martini, Nick?
You ain't getting no martini. And how do you even know my name anyway? I don't see you from, Hey, you again.
Hi. Hey, spare some change, sir?
Oh, no, Rummy. I told you, never come in here panhandling.
Wait. Mr. Manfredini. Mr. Manfredini, now listen, you know me, right? I'm George Bailey. George Bailey.
Buy me a drink, mister. Just one, huh, Mr.
The rule will run me out.
Oh, no, please, no!
But wait, that's Mr. Manfredini from the hardware store.
Yeah, that gumhead did 20 years in prison for completely destroying a family's breakfast nook. If you know him, maybe you're a jailbird too. Bill, get these two out of here. Out!
Yeah.
Get out!
Yeah, what happened to Mr. Manfredini? How could that be? It doesn't make sense.
Don't you see, George? You weren't there to stop Mr. Manfredini from destroying a breakfast nook.
I wasn't there.
Nobody saw that coming.
But I was there.
No, George. You were never born.
Not born? Well, then who am I?
Nobody. You have no identity.
Well, what do you mean? I'm George Bailey.
No, you're not. No papers, no driver's license, no 4F card, no insurance policy.
But wait, Zuzu's pedals. I was going to fix them for her flower.
They aren't there either, George. You may have put them in your pocket before, but now you don't exist.
Well, wait a minute. It's gone. It's gone. What, am I, a ghost?
No, you've been given a gift, George, to see the world as if you'd never been born.
Oh, you know what? You're nuts. That's what you are, and you're driving me nuts, too. I'm going home to my wife and my family, you hear me? Just leave me alone. Hey, I need you to step on it there, Ernie. You got to get me home. I'm losing my mind.
So where do you live, bub?
Now, cut that out, Ernie. Don't pull that act on me. You know I live at 320 Sycamore.
320 Sycamore?
Oh, listen, Ernie, I don't know what's going on here. Maybe I'm crazy or something, and maybe I had some bad alcohol. Tell me now, Ernie, your name is Ernie Bishop, right? And you live with your wife and your son over in Bailey Park.
What? Have you seen my wife?
Seen your wife? Of course I have, at your house. 100 times. I built it for you, didn't I?
Now listen, my wife took the kid and ran away 5 years ago, and I rent one of Potter's shacks. I've never seen you before in my life.
Okay, well, okay. Just keep driving. Hey, Mary, kids, where is everybody? Petey, Janie, Zuzu, where are you?
Well, this is just an abandoned house now, George. You don't have a wife or children.
Yeah. Hey, what's happened to him, then?
In there, officer. That's him. He's off his rocker.
Hey, hold it, you two. This is the police. Put your hands up.
Wait, Bert the cop. Wait, Bert, it's me.
Hey, take it easy, mister. Come along, quiet-like, and we'll get you some help.
Bert, what's happened to you, huh? Look, it's this guy here. He's an angel, you see, and he's hypnotized me.
I'm taking both of you.
Let go of me. Let go of me right now. Well, now's your chance, George. Run! Run, George! Run!
Ow! Bite me, will ya?
Between you and that Uber driver, I'm going to rate you both poorly. Now, you wouldn't beat an old angel, would you? Boss, help me!
What the hey, Ernie? Where'd the guy go?
I don't know. He just disappeared. The other ran south down Sycamore. Come on, let's go.
I'm sorry, George.
Oh, it's you again. Yeah. My mother didn't even recognize me. Say, what is this place? Where's the housing development? Bailey Park. My dad and I built it right here.
As you can see, George, it's a little different now. It's a cemetery.
Yeah, a cemetery, but where are the houses? Where are the people?
Well, they're here, George. They're here.
What?
Amidst these tombstones. Martini's buried here, the little Blaine girl, your father. And right next to him...
What? Harry. Harry Bailey. Dead?
Your little brother fell through the ice. He drowned at the age of 9.
Oh, no. Harry got the Medal of Honor. Harry, he saved the life of every man on that transport.
Every man on that transport died, George.
Oh, how?
Harry wasn't there to save him, because you weren't there to save Harry.
Me?
Strange, isn't it? Each man's life touches so many other lives. You know, George, you really had a wonderful life.
Wonderful.
The kingdom of heaven is spread upon the earth, but men do not see it. Don't you see? See what a mistake it would be to throw your life away, George?
Yeah, but what about Mary, please? My wife, please. You gotta tell me where she is.
You won't like it, George.
Oh, come on, what's become of her? Where's my wife? Where is she? You gotta tell me. Or do I have to choke it out of you?
She never married. She's an old maid. She works at the library. She's just closing up for the night, but she... George! George, come back! Well, there's got to be an easier way to get my wings.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old...
And now the conclusion of WGN Radio Theater's production of It's a Wonderful Life.
Mary,
I'm sorry, sir. The library's closed.
Oh, no, Mary, it's me. It's George. George, come on. You know me.
No, I don't know you. Excuse me?
Mary, come on. I got you, and I want you, please.
No, stop. Let me go. Somebody help me. He's mad.
Clarence, where are you?
Here I am, George. So, you gonna jump off this bridge again?
No, Clarence. I want things to be back the way they were. Just get me back to my wife and my kids, Clarence. I want to live again.
That's the spirit, George. Don't despair. Always be willing.
Oh, yeah. Can you do it, though? Can you do it for me, Clarence? I want to live. I want to live again. God, just please let me live again. You gotta let me live
George,
again.
what are you doing here?
Wait a minute, Bert? Come any closer and I'll...
What in the Sam Hill are you talking about, George?
What? George? Bert, do you know me?
No, yeah, I've been looking for you all over town, George.
Why, Bert, I'm alive again. Oh, Bert, I'm alive again.
Are you all right, George? You know your mouth's bleeding.
My mouth? Hey, my mouth is bleeding.
Yeah.
Look at the blood. It's oozing out. Oh, hey. Well, look, it's Zuzu's pedals. I had them in my right pocket over there. Here they are.
Yeah.
They're in my pocket. Mm-hmm. Hey, Merry Christmas, Bert. I'm going home. You know the way home. Oh, boy, do I ever know the way home. Hey, Merry Christmas, Bert.
Merry Christmas, George.
Oh, what? What's this? Oh, reporters and the sheriff. Yeah, it's you.
Carter, bank examiner. Bailey,
Your books show a deficit.
Yeah, I know. $8,000, am I right?
George, I've got a warrant for your arrest here, George.
A warrant? Oh, Sheriff, that's fantastic. Jail. Isn't this wonderful? Oh, Merry Christmas.
Wow, what all these kids doing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, kids, I love you so much, but where's your mother?
She's out looking for you with Uncle Billy. Daddy.
Oh, Zuzu, my ginger snap. How you feeling?
Fine, Daddy. Not a smidge of temperature.
Oh, not a smidge. Hallelujah.
George! Mommy's home, Mommy!
Oh, Mary.
George, where did you go?
Oh, Mary.
George.
Mary, I just have to touch you. I need to hold you. Oh, you have no idea what's happened.
You have no idea what's happened.
Hooray!
Oh, your money, George. Bushels of money. Oh, we worked a miracle. Oh, did you, Mary?
People heard you were in trouble, dear. Your friends, they've pitched in to help you. The $8,000.
I can't believe it. It's Martini, and it's Charlie. Oh, Mr. Manfredini. Oh, Mr. Manfredini. I got to thank you. I want to thank all of you. I can't believe it. Ernie.
Well, none of us would have a roof over our heads if it wasn't for you, George.
It's true. I probably wouldn't have a roof over my head or a floor under my feet.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's preposterous. From an engineering standpoint, you would need walls to keep your roof up. There's no other way.
Yeah, that's true.
You got a point.
Unless you were to develop some sort of synthetic roofing material that's somehow, almost miraculously, floating in thin air.
Wouldn't that be a kick in the pants?
Hey, without George Bailey, I wouldn't be wearing pants, okay?
None of us would have pants, and if we had them, we'd choose not to wear them.
All right. You're giving me too much credit, everybody. Oh, Mother and Harry.
George, Mary called us in Washington. I flew in as fast as I could.
Come on, everybody, a toast! A toast to Harry!
Yes, a toast. A toast to my brother George, the richest man in town. To George.
George, somebody left a book here under the tree.
Oh, why, it's The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. Oh, look, Mary, there's an inscription. It says, Dear George, remember, no man is a failure who has friends. Thanks for the wings. Love, Clarence.
Clarence?
Yeah, a very dear friend of mine.
Daddy, look. See my little bell hanging on the Christmas tree?
Yeah, I see it, Zuzu.
I hung it up there all by myself. Daddy, Mr. Welch says, every time a bell rings, an angel gets their wings.
Oh, that's right, Zuzu, that's right. Thank you, Clarence, thank you. It truly is a wonderful life. Happy landings.
Should all